Hey Fun Seekers, this is Jan.
Hi guys, Bob.
We just wanted to give you a little bit of idea on this video coming up. We have crossed the border from Alaska back into Canada. We are on the, we did hit some snow. You'll see that in the video. It was around the first week of September or so, something like that, right?
Yeah, so we crossed the border and went down to Watson Lake and stayed there. And actually, there was another couple that had a motorhome similar to ours, just a little bit older. And they were going to go the same route we were for part of the way, so they followed us down. We went down Highway 37, which is the Cassiar Highway. Really scenic, pretty drive. But we did hit some snow on that road on the way out. And it's, you know, getting near the middle of September, so I thought it was a little early for snow, but I guess it can snow any time in that part of the country.
And what'd you think of the road?
The first part of the road was a little rough, but after that it was really nice. It was windy and steep in spots, but it was a nice road, hardly any traffic on it. And took that down to Canadian Highway 1, or was it 16? I think it was 16.
Yeah,
and
97 to 1.
Oh, 97 to 1. Okay, so it was 1, and heading up 1 towards Prince George, we hit snow again, so we had to pull over in a turnout and spend the night there and let the snow pass, and then in the mornings, about 10 o'clock, the road was fairly dry and we were able to proceed. So you can hit snow this time of year in Canada and Alaska, so just be aware of that, but usually it doesn't stick around long.
What a pretty drive. That Hell's Gate. My fear of heights set in again. It is along this side, it was windy and steep, beautiful. Wish I could have been brave enough to have the camera going, really worth seeing, but it was, for me, it just wasn't going to work. But it's called Hell's Gate, and it's interesting. Narrow.
Yeah, Jan thought it lived up to its name. Yeah. I didn't think it was that bad, but Jan and Shelby were kind of freaking out on it. And it was funny because Joey was following us.
My brother.
And his wife wouldn't even let him talk on the radio at all. She wanted both hands on the wheel.
Yeah, during this whole trip, my brother's been with us. Oh gosh, what we just have had a blast. So glad that this happened. But you know, we had walkie-talkies and we were constantly communicating, and I started talking to him and he was on the walkie-talkie, and she's telling him, get off of that radio, you need to be driving. So yeah, she was having, I think, a harder time than I was with it, but anyway.
Yeah, she's really afraid of heights.
Yeah.
So anyway, we made it through that. That was Highway 1 Canadian. Went on down to Vancouver and then took the ferry over to Vancouver Island and visited Victoria. What a beautiful little spot that is. Went through the Butchart Gardens, and then the Butterfly Museum. Went down, explored around the town a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Enjoy those videos and pictures of the Butchart Gardens. It is just manicured. I mean, there's not a weed anywhere. I think every flower is perfect. It is kind of long, and we did not take any talking. There was, you know, a lot of people around. We, you know, in a lot of spots where we would have loved to have recorded things and been on the spot with it, there just wasn't any service, so we've kind of had to do it this way. So I hope you've enjoyed them anyway. We've enjoyed doing them, and we'll let you see the video. Hope you like it.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hi there, hope you enjoyed that video of our last, the last video of our Alaska-Canada trip, right?
Yeah, so now we're out of Alaska, we're back in the lower 48. It was a great trip. Highly recommend it to anybody that likes to drive a lot and wants to go quite a ways. I think the trip from California up and back to Washington, we put on just over 8,000 miles. So it is quite a bit of driving, but it was really worth it. It was a great trip, a lot of fun.
How was the gas, you think?
Fuel was fairly expensive, but we knew that going in. I think we spent about $5,000 on fuel for the trip, you know, which isn't terrible, but that's not great. The most expensive spot that I saw fuel at was at Layard Hot Springs, the little resort right across the street, and they had gasoline that worked out to be almost $8 a gallon for gasoline. And unfortunately, Jan's brother had to get some fuel right then. So.
And I've got a picture of that in that video of the Layard Hot Spring video. We took a picture of the gas station and the prices right across the street for you, but in case you missed it. Anyway, we love this trip so much that actually we're thinking about doing it again at some point. I don't know if we'll go the same way, but it was a jam-packed 3 months.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we're out of there. Now we're going to be heading down the west coast and checking out as many beaches along the way down the west coast as we can. And heading down towards Arizona, and we'll see where we're going from there. We may end up going over to the East Coast next.
And we like boondocking, so I'd like to do some videos for you. We'd like to do when we find a really good boondocking spot, we'll post it. Actually, we already have a few from the very beginning that we really liked. The Grand Canyon for one, some spots along the beaches. We'll get around to posting those for you. I think that's great information to have just in case you want to go or you don't want to go, but anyway, at least you'll have that. Yeah,
we set our motorhome up with solar and lithium quite a while ago just so we could do that. And it's really worked out great. We end up only running our generator about once a month just to exercise it.
Yeah,
unless we get caught in really hot weather. Yeah, I don't like to run it. I don't like the noise. But it's worked out great, and you know, solar prices have come way down, so it's really an affordable option now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I think there's actually tons more I'd like to tell you, but we'll catch up with some other things coming up, I guess.
So stick with us.
All right. If you, hey, we'd love to have you get to know us and join us on these trips upcoming. We're going to be doing a lot more. So hey, hit that like and subscribe button for us, and we'd love to take you along with us. All right. Okay.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the
Thanks,
next
travelers.
one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.